Hello everyone, this is Mike, and here's a new true story from my channel, Life Chronicles. Clara closed her eyes and exhaled. Finally, it was over. Her sentence, her suffering, all behind her. Just a few more hours and she'd be home. She dreamed that her husband would meet her, but most likely he wouldn't. Work, as always, was his excuse. Lately, he almost never visited her. He said it was because of the job, and she pretended to believe him. She endured it for the sake of their daughter. The bus jolted to a stop. An elderly Romany woman climbed aboard. Clara had feared gypsies since childhood. There were no free seats, and the old woman swayed dangerously as the bus bounced over potholes. Nobody moved. Clara sighed, stood up. "Ma'am, please, take my seat." The old woman sat down quickly, then unexpectedly grabbed Clara's hand. Her eyes froze. "You shouldn't go where you're going right now," she whispered. Clara blinked in confusion. "What do you mean?" "If you go there now, you'll end up back where you just came from." Chills ran down Clara's spine. "Then where should I go?" "If you don't mind, come with me instead. My house is small, but you'll be safe there." Clara, still in a daze, followed the woman off the bus. They walked to a modest little home, clean, warm, welcoming. "My name is Sarah," the old woman said. "I have 8 children. None of them live like gypsies anymore. 3 are married to Americans. You see, not all of us are what people think." That night Clara lay awake, haunted by Sarah's words. "Don't go home yet." The next morning, Clara decided to visit her old neighbor, Zoe, before stepping into her own house. Zoe had always known everything that happened in the neighborhood. When Zoe opened the door and saw her, her eyes widened. "Clara? You're back? God, have you been inside your house yet?" "No," Clara admitted. Zoe pulled her inside. "Good. Sit down. You need to hear this." Her voice dropped to a whisper. 3 months after you were locked up, your husband moved another woman into your house. Fancy, arrogant, never even said hello to anyone. Your daughter fought with her constantly, and then she disappeared. They sent her off to a boarding school, claimed she was out of control. Clara's heart nearly gave out. Zoe quickly scribbled an address on a piece of paper. "Here. Some of us went to check on her. She's fine. But it's not a real school. It's practically an institution." Clara left in tears, but Sarah was waiting. She listened carefully as Clara told her everything. How her husband tricked her into signing shady accounting papers at work. How she ended up in prison instead of him. How he promised to protect her, but betrayed her. Sarah only nodded. "You need help. My son can advise you. He's a lawyer." That evening a man arrived. Tall, well-dressed, piercing dark eyes. "Mom," he greeted Sarah, setting down heavy bags. "This is Raj," Sarah introduced. "My son. Don't let the eyes fool you. He's one of the best attorneys in the state." Together they made a plan. The next day, Raj pulled some strings, and Clara finally saw her daughter again. The girl froze for a second, then burst into tears and ran into her mother's arms. Meanwhile, Clara's husband, Paul, was losing control. His new lover, Veronica, demanded more money, more gifts. Now she wanted him to sign over the house. But the deed still had Clara's name on it. When Clara appeared on the doorstep, Paul went pale. You? How?" Clara smiled coldly. "Surprised? Did you think I'd rot away in prison for you? Paul tried to stop her from entering, but Clara pushed past him. Veronica jumped up from her favorite chair, screaming. You promised me she'd never come back! You said she'd stay locked up forever. Paul froze. Then the door opened again. Raj stepped in with the police. 6 months later, Clara and Raj were married. She became part of his big, warm family. Sarah passed away soon after, but her words stayed with Clara forever. Gypsies will never bring you harm. Remember that. Maybe fate had placed her on that bus, in front of Sarah, for a reason. Subscribe to my channel if you want more interesting and exciting stories from life.